The RyuSoulgers confront another Minosaur together when in the midst of fighting, their transformations are suddenly cancelled. Meanwhile, Bamba and Canalo come into conflict over the host of the Minosaur, and in doing so, the Minosaur has grown to a colossal size that has never been seen before. Can the RyuSoulgers take down this new Minosaur and figure out exactly what Zero is up to? Episode 18 of Kishiryu Sentai RyuSoulger, Great Pinch, Transformation Impossible. So, this episode, they don't waste time in getting into the plot. The pacing is quite quick in the beginning, then slows down to a moderate pace when we find out more about the Minosaur, the overall plot, etc. Before it kind of slightly speeds back up when the Kishiryu fights come in. But this episode, where Zero is able to create a new Minosaur from a wishing stone, the Golem Minosaur, and Bamba figuring out what the host is, which is just a wishing stone, cuts it, which causes him and Canalo to come into conflict because the one looking after the wishing stone is someone Canalo is trying to date, a potential future wife for him, given that's kind of his whole shtick. That's why he's on the surface, to find a wife. And they come into conflict between one another. That's the main part of this episode, but I feel like this episode was weirdly placed, because Canalo is a bit more open to the RyuSoulgers. His whole thing isn't just he's only here to find a wife. It's not just that anymore. It's also to help the RyuSoulgers deal with the Droidon tribe. So the fact when they bring up that there's a Minosaur that's been spawned from the wishing stone, he says, it has nothing to do with me. No, nothing at all. This has, it's not why I'm here. I'm just here to get a wife. And it's a bit weird because he has developed slightly since his debut. It's not just that anymore. So, and the fact that it doesn't seem like he considers himself a proper ally to the RyuSoulgers or even one of the team. I don't know, I feel like this episode would have been should have been after his debut episode, because Canalo still seems like Canalo when he first appeared. The conflict between Bamba and Canalo, not much comes out of it. We get the debut of Gigant Kishiryu, which is a combination of Kishiryu Rex, the Mosa Rex, and Demi Volcano. It wasn't a bad debut. It's okay. It was okay debut. So overall, with this episode, I would give it a 3 out of 5 RyuSouls. It was a very average episode. It was a weirdly placed episode, like I said. In terms of the characters, I feel like this episode should have been placed a little bit earlier, sometime right after Canalo's appearance. Because it does feel weirdly off. That he seemed to be, I'm more accepting of the RyuSoulgers than back to I'm not here to deal with Minosaurs. I'm here to get women. That's all that matters. And I don't know, the debut of Kishiryu, it didn't really feel like there was any kind of like meaning for it to debut. It didn't feel like there was some kind of conflict or development that Ko and Canalo went through together in order for that debut to happen. So I don't know, this episode was a bit all over the place, but it was a very average episode. So that is it for the review. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you all next time. 正義に使え闇を立て、キシル